The Reckoning was released in 2020 and directed by Neil Marshall. It stars Charlotte Kirk and Sean Pertwee and is set in the 17th century, where we follow the character of Grace Haverstock, played by Charlotte Kirk. She has just lost her husband to the plague, and to make matters worse, she's been accused of being a witch by the absolutely vile Judge Moorcroft, played by Sean Pertwee. As well as having to deal with Moorcroft's horrible inquisitionary practices, Grace must also pit her wits against a demon who is taunting her throughout her harrowing experience. If you're like me and a fan of Neil Marshall stuff, be it Dog Soldiers or The Descent, you know the man loves his horror, and this is obviously a love letter to folk horror movies like The Witchfinder General. However, he injects his own kind of action flair into this movie. Sometimes this movie actually feels like a bastard love child of Witchfinder General and the Underworld movies. It's bizarre. The action somewhat juxtaposes the more horrific elements of the movie, but as a result, it makes it that bit more fun, and while it isn't as grounded as it should be, it makes it incredibly watchable. Particularly Charlotte Kirk's performance as Grace. She's actually badass, and despite enduring some horrible torture and misogyny, she's able to hold her own against the different forces that conspire against her. Sean Pertwee, a recurring collaborator with Neil Marshall, is amazing as Judge Moorcroft and gives the classic Vincent Price's Matthew Hopkins role a run for its money. This guy is detestable in every level. He is both sexually misogynistic while being deviously pious in the face of all the horrible things he is doing to Grace. So guys, if you're a fan of Marshall's work, be it the likes of Dog Soldiers or even Centurion, and want a horror movie with some action flair, look no further than The Reckoning.